Hey sexies, welcome back to Interesting Nothing. Sit back and relax as we're going to be diving deep into my mind today. Today we're going to be describing my dream self. I'm so excited to dive into this because I'm kind of treating this as like a manifestation episode, and I already made another manifestation episode before, I believe in like season 1, and so I just feel like these are kind of like checkpoints for myself so I can make sure I'm really on track, because I'll be honest guys, like I've been kind of all over the place ever since I was really taking ashwagandha, guys. Like it just messed up my brain and messed up my mental, like it made me go fucking backwards, and I really have to build myself back up again. It honestly feels like all the hard work that I was doing is basically gone, and that is so, I don't know, it just feels like I somewhat failed, and I hate that. Okay, so that's why I really want to have an episode like this so I can really describe my dream self. This is really just qualities about myself that I really want to be. This might be like a narcissistic episode, honestly. I say that jokingly. It's not going to be like, oh my god, I'm the bestest in the world, right? But like, I'm just describing my dream self and who I really want to be. And if you want to know what traits I absolutely love in people and want to have in me, just stick around because we're going to go into those later on. But before we get into that, I do just want to talk about how we are finally moving into spring. I feel like this winter was kind of quick. I feel like it wasn't even really that cold. We had like one snow storm. I wouldn't even say snowstorm, and then I mean the weather hasn't been super cold, so I'm just happy we're finally moving into spring. I love spring. Spring used to be one of my favorite seasons. I think it actually was my favorite season for a while, and now I don't know what my favorite season is. I think it's probably still spring. I just don't like the bugs. Like the bugs be jumping out and trying to get at you. I'm like, ugh, like I always forget about that. Like I really do. I'm like, oh my god, it feels amazing. We're in like the 70s, it's like perfect, and then all of a sudden I feel like a mosquito on my fucking ass cheek, or like I feel like a bug like on my leg. I'm like, get the fuck off, bruh. But yeah, so I'm really excited for spring, and time is definitely moving fast. We're already in March, you guys, but since time is moving fast, that means I need to be moving fast as well. I can't be just dragging my feet, and we're going to be making episodes every freaking week. Okay, this is episode 29. Are you serious? Like we're literally about to enter the 30s. Like, oh my god, this is so crazy. And it's crazy because like I low-key feel like I'm coming back to myself, but I did actually, oh, I'm so excited. I have so many things to say. Okay, I'm really excited for this next episode, because the next episode I'm going to be going into like this card deck about like important questions, so definitely stick around for that episode. And I might be taking, you know, like some little like mushroom type deal. I don't know if I should say that, because is that like illegal to say? But like, because I know shrooms, like they're illegal, right? So like I don't know, but I know I'm taking something of that nature, so then you can really get my real answers, my authentic mindset on whatever questions we cover, okay? Because I'm really excited for that. But we are moving our way through the year. Honestly, as we move through the seasons, like I'm just reminded that like everything is a season. Change is the only constant, and so as much as I feel like I'm in like a rough spot right now, I believe that I will get better. And I also want to talk about how I've been feeling lately. So really I've just been pushing through each day. I mean, each day is a whole different day and it has its own little challenges or whatever, but I'm just pushing through each day. I'm trying to put my foot in front of the next foot, you know. If it's baby steps, at least I'm making progress, and I'm just really appreciative of the progress that I'm making. And I know that like when I get down the line, I'm gonna look back and just be so happy that I pushed through, motherfucker. So yeah, I'm just pushing through each day. Like I said, I really felt like I had like a huge setback. The imagery that just popped in my head is like a rubber band. It's like I got pushed all the way, like just imagine like you're trying to like slingshot it, right? You push it all the way fucking back, and it's almost like you're about to break it, right? It's so close to fucking breaking. But then once you let go, bing, it flies. So I feel like that's just what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm really just trying to prepare myself for the flight. I feel like that's just perfect for this episode, actually, because I'm talking about like my dream qualities that I want to have. Having these dream qualities will definitely feel like I'm fucking flying in the air, and I'll land with a fucking backflip on 2 feet, just like gymnastics. I also want to talk about how I've been staying consistent. That's also been something that I have been struggling with. Really, self-discipline has just been really tricky for me. I think it's because like I have so many other things on my mind that like it makes it hard for me to like truly be consistent in one area, because I feel like I'm being tugged in this area and then tugged in this area, and then there's me, because I'm sometimes at fault. I just get too tired, or I get too lazy, whatever the word is, right? It's like, get the fuck up. Literally, I always tell myself, I'm like, get the fuck up, Jasmine. Like, get the fuck up. Stop laying in bed. Put your phone down. Like, do the shit, because you will feel better afterwards. It's like an exercise. Like, you gotta just keep doing it. I'm starting to love exercising again, because I remember like how good it feels to like just exercise. Like, it's just so, it feels so good. I love the pain. I love the pain, honestly. And from doing yoga every day, I'm seeing like improvements with that, like being consistent in that area. I feel like I'm becoming more flexible. Like, I just really want to make certain things a part of my routine, and just really want to keep it up forever, honestly. So as much as sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do yoga right now, or oh, I just really don't feel like feeling pain, right, exercising, but I still fucking do it. And even if I don't do like my full like exercise routine, I still do like a wall sit for a minute. Like, I still do something, because I need to be growing and building myself every single day. I can't just not do anything, because then I will stay stagnant, and that's not what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, I also wrote down, I have like different points for like my intro part, so that's what I'm saying. I also wrote down shit, y'all don't care, but also wrote down, I'm trying to find my sweet spot too. So right now I feel like I was actually watching this one podcast called Advice, literally my favorite podcast ever, one of my favorites actually. One of the hosts was talking about how she's a graphic designer, and whenever she's designing things, she like move something over like a pixel, and then like she just has to like get like this certain feeling of just like, okay, it looks great, like that's just what it's supposed to be, because even like if it's a pixel off, it can distort the image, the picture. So that's exactly how I'm feeling. Like, I'm really trying to find the sweet spot. I'm trying to move things accordingly so that it can look like a wonderful picture, and so it won't be like off, because I know exactly what she meant. I was like, oh my god, I can relate to that. Like, I feel like I have an eye for aesthetics, where like I know what looks aesthetically pleasing and how it like geometrically like aligns and everything. And so I totally understood what she was talking about, and I feel like really that's just called the sweet spot of just like, bam, that's the magic of art. It's the magic of art. But yeah, so I'm still trying to find my sweet spot. I'm really trying to tap into it. I'm really trying to like just stay afloat and just keep walking, and then fucking running, and then I'm a fucking fly in this bitch. God, there's one more thing I'll talk about, and then we'll get into my vibe check. I saw on Spotify that I gained a new follower. Hey, new follower, I love you. You're my first follower. I honestly was so shocked. I'm like, wow, someone followed me on Spotify. I just noticed that, and I really wanted to acknowledge that. So, and now let's get on into my vibe check. If you don't already know, it consists of a music section, a mood section, and a poll question. So for the music section, we have this one song by Drake, and I really love it. It's called Shut It Down. This is a song that you should play like with your crush if you like really like them. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just like that song where it's like, you shut it down. Like, I want someone to play this song about me because I feel like I shut shit down, okay? Not really. But I would just feel like I'm so full of love. Like, I love that song. And I love Drake too. I watched Drake and Yachty's interview on Future Mood, which, by the way, I really want a pair of sunglasses that he's selling. It's these like green and red ones. I really want them hoes because I feel like I would definitely I would be like so fucking trippy with that shit. But anyways, I watched that interview and it was really good. Like, I just saw Drake's personality more and I just was like, wow, I love Drake. And he turned a mole, I think it's a mole on his arm, into a basketball, which I'm like, that is just so cool. Like, just the way the tattoo is outlined on his arm, it looks like he's like shooting a basketball somewhere, and I think it's just like a mole on his arm. Like, I fucking love Drake. He's so cool, bruh. He's so sweet, he's so kind, so humble, but like, he's also fucking Drake. He's also Drake. Like, he's so cool. I really want to interview celebrities. Well, I really want to look at interviews of celebrities. Well, I just said I want to interview celebrities. What if I did that? Now that would be cool. I don't know if I could be a celebrity. But interviewing celebrities, I feel like I would be low-key like really fly at that shit. But at the same time, like, I feel like I would want to be asked the questions. I don't know, maybe I could be both, but whatever, it doesn't even matter. Anyways, yeah, so I choose that song for the music section. My mood right now, I feel like I'm kind of easygoing, which I love. I haven't felt this easygoing in a little bit, which again, I love. And this is a sweet spot. Like, I love finding my sweet spot with my personality. And I feel like it definitely comes out while I'm recording my podcast. Like, it's just me talking, and it's just me working through my thoughts and trying to formulate them into words. And I just feel easygoing right now, guys. Wow, I love this. I'm coming back, guys. Like, I could literally cry because you guys, when I tell you, it's been horrible. But I'm coming back. I'm doing it every single week. I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. I'm fucking doing it. Okay, that was a little annoying. I get it. I can be a little annoying sometimes. I understand. All right, I do. My poll question, baby lips or EOS? This is hard because I love EOS, like their lotion. I don't know if you guys have tried their new lotion. It's so good. They have a flavor called Jasmine Peach, and that's the one I'm currently using right now, and it's so cute. I love the packaging. I love when companies take their time to make a product that is aesthetically pleasing, because that's exactly what I love, and it's just so cute. Like, I love EOS, but then I love baby lips. My thing with baby lips, actually, and I don't know if this happens with the EOS lip balms, but baby lips, they used to like make my lips crusty. Like, I did not like it. Like, it felt good whenever you like first put it on, but then after maybe a couple hours or so, my lips would start to get chapped, and I'm like, I don't know if I should still use this, because I don't want to have to, like, it basically felt like I was like peeling away skin on my lips, and I'm like, this is kind of uncomfortable, and I don't want to have to keep reapplying and then having to basically take it off because I guess it dries. I don't know what it is, but yeah, so I don't know if I had to choose. I don't know. I love the EOS lip balms. Like, I love the shape. It's definitely unique. Oh, this is so hard. And the lip balm that I'm using now is like this Baby Lips Crystal, I believe. Let me see. I have it right here. Yeah, Baby Lips Crystal, and it's so freaking cute. Like I said, I love packaging, guys, and this one's cute packaging too, because it's sparkly and it's pink, and it's so easy to apply. And I think they changed their formula because my lips don't like crack anymore after having it on for like a couple hours. So I don't know, I think I think I'm gonna say Baby Lips, because if I'm talking about like lip balm, then Baby Lips wins, I guess, because I don't really use EOS anymore. But then if Baby Lips made a lotion, I would definitely try that out. But in the lotion arena, I guess EOS wins that one, because I'm currently using EOS lotion and I freaking love it. It makes my skin feel so soft. It's just so like, it smells so good. Like, I've seen some influencers get sponsored by them, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, I want to be sponsored by them. So now Now, let's get into my dream self, guys. These are the qualities that I am trying to work on, that I am trying to tap back into, that I'm trying to create. At the end of the day, I feel like I didn't write down everything that I want to be, because like you can't write down your whole existence, like your whole personality on, paper, unless you do and you write an essay about it and that's just your personality, whatever. To me, I feel like my personality and my potential is endless, so I really just don't want to put an end cap and make this just be everything that I'm supposed to be, because I know I can be even better and even more awesome outside of these. I know I didn't put everything down in my list, but we're just going to go into the things that I really thought of, at least in this time period. I think my other manifestation episode was mainly more so about like life, like what I want to achieve in life and how I want my life to look like and stuff like that. But this is more personal. It's more just like, what do I want to be? How do I want to feel? What is it that I want to come off as? What's my vibe? Like all those things. I just feel like this is super needed for me, so then I can again see where I'm trying to go. And it's just, I feel like everyone should do this. It's really fun because it's like you're creating your dream self. It's like, ooh, who's my avatar and what am I going to do with it, basically. So I guess this is like a disclaimer before I get into the details of everything, but I'll mention that I did hide myself for majority of my life. Like I basically did this because I didn't want anyone like trying to figure me out. Like I was just super strategic. I just knew how to like hide how I was actually feeling. I was basically numb to a lot of things, and I just still, I don't know. I feel like I didn't really have a personality. I didn't know what I really wanted to believe in. I didn't have any true opinions about anything. And I think I just kind of took it to an extreme where I was like, maybe I should just be super duper neutral about everything and just not have, well, I mean, I have my own opinions and everything, but like, at the same time, like I was just unhealthy, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into that, right? But I just really want to touch on this because I feel like it's perfect to start out with before I get into the details of everything. This is probably why I'm making this episode, because I'm afraid that I will revert back to being the way I was before. Like literally, I will revert back to it, and I do not want to revert back. I want to stay in this beautiful land of jasmine, right? Because this is my world. At the end of the day, you have your own world. We all have our own worlds, okay? Everyone is a side character. I'm the main character, and this is just how I want to dress my avatar, like I said. So please don't take this as me being cocky in any way. I definitely want this just to be a good episode where I just talk about like things that I want to be. And I know that since I'm saying this out loud in my episode and just basically manifesting this, it will definitely happen. And by talking about this on the podcast, talking about it out loud and having it written down in my journal, I feel like this is just perfect for the concoction of this new glorious person that I really want to transform into being. And God, I have so many things. And I'll quickly say that ashwagandha, I know I already mentioned like how I went backwards, but for some reason I just thought of a butterfly in my head. And you know how like to become a butterfly, you're first a caterpillar. I feel like ashwagandha made me be a caterpillar again. I feel like that's the clearest description of how I felt like when I was taking ashwagandha. It definitely reverted me back to the beginning stages of who I am. And I'm like, I literally need to throw this away because like I lost my wings. Like I was reverting back. Okay, I was reverting back, and that's why it's kind of hard to build it back up, because now I have to basically retransform again and get some new fucking wings. Which, really, are you serious? Butterflies don't go through that. But I guess I'm like a special like cool ass butterfly that gets like cool different wings because I keep transforming, right? So I feel like I'm currently like in the cocoon stage, I guess, right now. And so let's just dive into these traits. Okay, let's dive in. So I have like 5 major traits, and then I just kind of wrote like descriptive adjectives or like phrases to help describe these topics and traits. Okay, so the first trait I have is alpha, right? So I really want to be an alpha. I feel like if you looked at me, you would probably assume that I'm type A. Maybe some people might assume I'm type B, but I feel like you would probably like most likely assume that I'm type A, but I'm definitely more type B. Like I feel like I'm more of, or I used to be more of the side character. I was always like, I guess maybe the sidekick, and I really want to be like the main character. I want to be the original one. Like I remember as a kid, I'm like, which one am I? Like, am I the original one, or am I like the sassy one, or am I like the other one? Not like the other one is negative, but I'm thinking of like a 3-person group. Like there's the other one, there's a sassy one, and then there's like the original. I can't think of another adjective. Let me see. Like I guess the introverted one. How about I say that? Like the introverted one, the sassy one, and then the fucking original one, like the leader. I really want to work on like being a leader and pointing people in the right direction. And I feel like I really am a type A personality, like deep down. Like I feel like I am very like, I like things to look a certain way, but I'm also kind of messy, but like I feel like I'm like right in between A and B, and I really want to lean more into A because I feel like that's just where I could grow. I could definitely, take fear by the fucking head and ride the fucking horse into the sunset with my flowers in hand, and be proud of my contributions to the earth, be proud of what I'm saying, be proud of my message I'm giving to people. Like I really want to work on being a leader and just showing up for myself and others, and not just kind of like being in the background and just being like, the extra person. Not saying that if you are like this it's bad, but this is, again, like this is just me and what I want to work on, because that's how I felt. I felt like a lot of my life I was kind of like in the background, where I was like the sidekick, and I really want to be the main person. Like I don't know, like the original one. Like I want to be like the main chick, right? But not take it too far, because I feel like that's also the struggle of being the really cool one or like the original one, because you're obviously in the spotlight. It's like you're low-key more like quote unquote popular than the rest, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I can just see myself being a leader in that way and just being alpha. So I put leader, I put not prideful, I put owning mistakes, cautious with how I move, strong in all caps, and I underlined it. And yeah, like I feel like that's definitely traits of an alpha, like being fucking strong, being careful with how I move, because I've realized that I can definitely make a lot of mistakes, and I really want to work on just moving with care, but not just too much, like not too much care, but enough care where it's like you don't look stupid, or you don't look like you don't know what the fuck's going on, or like stuff like that. Like I want to make good moves. Like I really want to play some more chess, honestly, because I feel like that helps train my mind to think ahead and to like think in the moment and like just think of multiple things. I say all that to say I want to be more alpha. Okay, I want to own my mistakes, even though I'm trying to like be more cautious and like not make mistakes. I definitely want to own them, because humans, we are not perfect. At the end of the day, we are not perfect, and it is okay. We are going to make mistakes. People are going to laugh. You're going to be embarrassed, but at the end of the day, that's just part of life, and it's just fun in this motherfucker. So at the same time, like I'm just gonna like own my mistakes, keep it pushing. Don't have it penetrate too deep, because it really doesn't have to be that deep. It's never that deep. It is never, ever, it's never that deep. You can keep getting up and you can keep pushing through, and no matter how heavy it is, get your fucking ass up. And this is mainly just for me, okay, because I know I'm gonna hear this, I'm gonna edit this, and it's basically me talking to myself. So if you're like, damn, why is she talking to me like that? I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to me, okay? And I also put not prideful, being in the spotlight / being like the original one. I really just want to work on like not being prideful, and like I really want to stay humble. It's been kind of difficult for me to accept compliments, because I just don't know how to react. I don't know how to not be like too happy, but then I also don't know how to like just disregard the compliment. Like I don't know how to take a compliment, and so I'm really just trying to learn how to just say thanks but not be too happy about it, but then also like not like just throw the compliment away, because people be complimenting me and people be saying stuff about me, and at the end of the day, I'm not the only one that has whatever it is that they're complimenting me about anyway. I feel like I have to always remind myself of that. And I also don't want to be a pick me bitch, because I feel like I can tap into that as well. Like, I feel like every girl kind of feels this way. They just want to be like the baddest fucking bitch, at least for me. Like, and this is kind of personal, but like, I just kind of want to be like the baddest bitch. But like, I am the baddest bitch in my own fucking world. No one else can be the baddest bitch but me in my world, period. So like, that doesn't mean you're the baddest bitch to everybody. Not everybody's gonna see you as the baddest bitch ever, because they have their own opinions. They probably think they're the baddest bitch. Like, it's okay. It's literally fine. You're not the best at everything, even though like for me personally, I want to be the best at everything. But anyways, yeah, so that kind of covers the alpha part. I really just want to be more alpha, and I know I'll get there. I want to raise my voice. I don't want to be fucking shy. I don't want to be this person that just speaks under their breath. Like, I want to speak with power. I want to speak with intention. I want to speak with a movement, a message, okay? Because I have so many things to say, okay? And I need to just work on formulating my thoughts so that I can get my message across. Let's move on into the next quality, which is creative. So I feel like I'm definitely a creative person. I don't know. I just feel like I'm always trying to change something about me. Like, I always, like I said, I kind of have an eye for aesthetics. I feel like I know what looks good-ish. And so what I wrote for this was something you can't miss, museum worthy, stunning, eloquent, sophisticated, ghetto, never dull, a walking vibe, aesthetics in check, full of pizzazz, evolving my style, risky, and then I put the question, how dare you, in all caps, and then I put accessories, and then I put presh, because I have presh in my Instagram bio. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, definitely follow me. It's Smoke Cheesy, SM0KECHZZY, Smoke Cheesy. And yeah, presh, I love that word, because at first I was gonna put fresh in my bio, which I did put fresh, and then I was like, ooh, maybe I should put presh, and it has like a $sign as the S, like PRE $H, presh, and it kind of sounds like pressure, but I don't know. I love it. See how that's like creative? I want to tap into that. I want to be a fucking creative mogul. Someone who, like, you know, they have like good ideas. Like, you look at them, it's like they have a fucking good idea. They know what looks good. They know what is stunning. They know what is eloquent. They know what is sophisticated. They're never dull. I'm always trying to evolve and change and grow, and never basically plateau, which I mean everyone does, but I mean I guess I'm just like tapping into the reality of things, because I said never dull, and never is definitely like a extreme word to use, but again, this is my dream person. I'm never dull. Like, you look at me and it's like, you just know I'm creative. I look like a walking, like, advanced sim character that is just so carefully, like, aesthetically pleasing. Like, that's just what I want to be. I want to be someone that, like, I want to be a model. I want to be someone that people appreciate. My creativity is just an explosion all over me in the best way possible. The colors somehow mix together perfectly. It's swirly in some areas. It's patchy. It's bubbly. It's dark. It's glorious. It's all of it. I want myself to always tap into my creative brain. I think that's like the left side of your brain, but because I know like there's a left side and a right side. I think the right side is more like structured, and then the left side is more crazy-ish, whatever. And I definitely just want to build up both sides of my brain, because I can't just only operate in the left side. But like, as you know, I'm talking about being creative, I really want to strengthen my left brain, because I feel like it's just a gift. If I really practice and I strengthen it and I just keep evolving and just keep doing the creative things that I really want to do, it would just be amazing, and it'll fully blossom into this thing I never knew. And so that's why I will never stop. Never, ever, ever stop. And I'm gonna put my all into every episode, into every video that I make on YouTube. Why am I about to cry? I'm literally about to cry. Oh my god, I've literally been crying like every episode. But like, I want to make awesome YouTube videos, like YouTube videos I'm proud of. I really want to be a comfort YouTube channel. I'm just putting my all into my passions. These are my passions. I want to be in a museum. I want to be a model, to like model clothes, like just be like just this creative mogul that is just like always popping off with ideas. All right. And then this is the last thing I'm going to say about creative, and then I'm going to move on. We have 3 more things, or I guess 3 more topics to talk about, and then we're going to end the episode. But I also wrote, how dare you? I don't know if this is just me, but like, I feel like being a creative is kind of tapping into the deep end, like tapping into those unknown waters that like no one has ever gone into, because it's kind of scary, right? And so I really want to explore that as well. Like, I want to take pieces from the deep end and apply it deep within my art. I feel like there's dark aspects to creativity, and I want to tap into that as well. And I want to just give a message with everything that I do. I feel like that's kind of one of the roots of being creative, is like tapping into what message you want to bring. Sometimes it can be like free form. Sometimes it doesn't have to have a message, but at the same time, I just want to give a message. And if it's dark, where it's like, how dare she wear that? That's so weird. But I feel like that's also the dark side of creativity. Hopefully that describes like the creative section pretty well, but I just really want to be a creative person. It's like an itch. I'm like, I need to just do something. Like, I can't just, I mean, as much as I say like, oh, I'm tired or I'm lazy, whatever, I mean, lazy, quote unquote, but like, I don't, want to do some things because it just feels like it's too heavy, or sometimes I just don't want to do it. But at the same time, like, this is my dream self. I gotta get up and I gotta be creative. And, there's gonna be creative blocks, but you just gotta push fucking through. And that is how you keep advancing your wings, okay? That's how you keep flying. That's the trick, okay? The next one I have is friendly. So I put in the description of friendly as always willing to help out, warm, cuddly, soft, smiling, easygoing, social in all caps, and I underlined it, butterfly, can talk to anyone, always finding common ground somewhere, can easily forgive, contributing to conversations. I feel like this is one of the things that I always had within me. I know I said, I was kind of numb to the world and like, I wasn't really myself, but I truly believe that I've always been a friendly person. I've always been warm, cuddly, soft, smiling, easygoing, social butterfly. I feel like I'm more introverted. I feel like I definitely have a social butterfly aspect in me, and I love when I can bring that out and just like talk to different people and just like interact and just like respond, contribute. Like, I truly do love that. I know that's deep within me. I want to be someone that you just like can't help but smile at. It's like, wow, she's so sweet, even though like it's not like I don't have a dark side, right? It's not like I'm innocent and you gotta like crush the fucking white rabbit, right? Because it's like, oh, they're just too pure and too perfect. That's not what I really want to be. But I just still, through all the bullshit that life has to offer, I really just want to just really like contribute to conversations and like have something good to say, and like just finding the common ground between anybody. Like, at the end of the day, we're all humans. We are all humans. Every single last one of us. So there's a common ground right there. And I love that my dream self will be able to just spark a conversation with anyone, even the people who are having a bad day or who are treating me fucking rude. I can find a common ground with you and I can forgive you. I also put easily forgive. That's something that I'm actually working on. I feel like forgiveness, it's hard for me. And I know people say like you should forgive because that ultimately helps you, so then you don't like carry around this resentment, or you don't carry around like this negative energy. But it's just hard to forgive sometimes, because I'm like, I would have never done that to you. But at the same time, like, that's just something that I'm working on. I'm trying to easily forgive and like still show up, in an authentic way, be present in the conversation, still be friendly, even though they showed their true colors, or they showed that I don't even know, like, just showed a fucking negative thing to me, especially in the times where I don't deserve it. So let's move on to the last two, and these two are actually my favorite, so I don't want to speed through these, and these are actually the longest ones that I have. But at the same time, we're going to move through these because I feel like this episode is kind of getting long and it doesn't need to be super fucking long. So for the next section, I put vibe, and I'm about to describe my vibe. And I know I can't describe my full vibe because, like I said, I keep evolving, I keep changing, and it's really just endless. But this is basically what I could come up with. So I put subject to change, Y2K, baddie, ghetto superstar, grills, piercings, diamonds, butterflies, flowers, swirly, edgy, playful, clean, fresh, gorgeous, damn near perfect, pressure, smart, brats, Prada, Chanel, that bitch, mature, inner child glow, drip down for real, vintage, so many interests. So hopefully that kind of created a picture of what I want my vibe to be. I put subject to change in all caps at the beginning because I know that my vibe is constantly evolving, like I said. But I love a vibe that, like, you can't predict. Oh, I should have put unpredictable. See, that's one thing that I didn't write down, but like, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I want to be this unpredictable person where, like, every time you see me, you don't know what vibe I'm on, but just know it's a good vibe. I really don't like people figuring me out. I like to be mysterious. I like to be someone that, like, just shocks people and just changes the paradigm, like challenges the status quo. Rebellious but good-hearted. Like, I want to be a paradox. My vibe, I love it. I love my vibe. Like, I just feel like I am just so, like, you can't contain me. And it's just like you can't help but like feel the vibe. You can't help but feel it. Like, I'm a walking vibe. And I put so many interests because it's like, wow, like, I want people to see me and be like, wow, so she's interested in this, she's interested in this, she's so like multifaceted, she's so like, she does this, does that, she just does everything. Like, that's what I want my dream self to be, is like, you can't help but like applaud. Basically, you can't help but applaud because, like, they just do everything. They're talented at what they choose to do. And that's what I want my vibe to be. That's what I want my vibe to be. And now let's move on into the last section, which is my attitude, okay? And I feel like this is really important because, I mean, I guess this kind of goes hand in hand with like the vibe, because your vibe is kind of like your attitude. But anyways, I'm just going to describe it. So what I wrote down was willing to smile through difficulty, staying soft and fire, willing to share, pushing through fear, courageous, able to stand my ground, chill, humble, sweet, lovable, balanced, smooth, moving methodically, healthy, self-disciplined, focused, a sexy muse, mysterious, playful, love with the heart as the O, bright, beautiful, poetic, powerful, knows what to say, cold as fuck yet hot as hell, BS free, and a master in disguise. I put a master disguise, but I think I want to say a master in disguise. Like, I want to be that person where, like, you just know that like I can like move mountains, but I'm not God. But like, it's just like something like that. Like, I want people to feel my energy. I want people to feel the power that I have built up within me. And it really is just the power of God. Like, it's the power of God, it's the goodwill of God, it's the strength of God, it's the creativity of God. Like, ultimately, all of this is being credited to God. I just thought of this random memory that happened like a couple years ago. I remember I was trying to create my poetry account on Instagram because I had like this idea. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna post like all my poems on Instagram and like create like a cute cute page, whatever. I did kind of have plans to like make a poetry book. Okay guys, for some reason GarageBand cut off my audio. Like, it just stopped working out of nowhere. This is crazy, but I already closed out like the whole podcast episode, so I don't know why it stopped. But anyways, yes, I definitely want to create a poetry book. And basically, I think what I was going into was my struggles with pride. I didn't want to give God like the credit for basically my creative works. I created the poem and I came up with the idea, and I this whatever, right? But I mean, that was my like old way of thinking. My new way of thinking is more like, well, God helped me create the poem, the art piece, the fashion, whatever. If anything, it was really him the whole time, because God is the ultimate creator of everything. I should just give him all the credit because he is the one that is the most creative out of everybody. Everyone has God-given gifts. And so I was just trying to figure out, like, why am I trying to basically take credit for my work and not give that credit to the ultimate creator, which is God, or even if it's not even God, like the universe, the main source of whatever is going on. Or if it's just like nothing and everything is just working how it should be. Whatever it is, whatever is going on, I do still want to give credit to being alive and having breath in my lungs and just being grateful for the environment. And I guess I just really believe in love, and I feel like love is in everybody and God is love. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I will give my credit to love. And so I think that's what I was going into. I have no clue why it stopped, like literally no clue. And it's weird because GarageBand, it cut off my recording at 1777, bar 1777. So literally it was a repeated number. I'm like, this is weird. Like, what? This is so weird. But anyways, thank you guys for listening through this whole episode. This was definitely one of my favorite episodes because these are things that I'm definitely going to manifest into my dream self. I needed this episode. This just helped me paint the picture. I have it written down for me in the future so that I can come back and be reminded of who I want to be, and really how I just want to go about life. Like I said, this is like a manifestation episode, and I'm speaking it into existence because these qualities are what I'm working on, and I know I will get there because I believe in myself and I believe in the idea that I will make it through anything, and I will just have all these qualities and more. And that is just like the beautiful side of life, and I want to be on that side of life because it's just beautiful, and I can't help but just feel like I am like, it's like I'm experiencing heaven on earth, and I want to get back to that. I want to experience heaven on earth. Hell, fuck that shit. But at the same time, like, I want to experience heaven, but like have balance of just like, it's like balancing junk food and healthy food. You need to have both. But yes, guys, if you are listening on Spotify or any other podcast platform, definitely make sure to give this podcast 5 stars. I would definitely appreciate it. And if you're watching on YouTube, definitely give this video a like and comment down your personal dream self qualities that you want to have in the comment section down below. I would definitely love to read what you want for yourself, and hopefully this inspired you to think about you and what you want to work on and just create that dream self. Okay, I just want to help you become your best self, because that's really the best thing. One of the best things about life is just being your best self. If you're not your best self, it's like, what's the fucking point? So create that foundation for yourself because it'll definitely be beneficial for you. And make sure to subscribe as always, and I'll catch you guys in my next episode. I love this episode. Oh my god, I definitely needed this episode. So thank you guys again as always for listening. I love you. Mwah.